Yo, what's happening, world? What's the deal? What the deal, y'all? What's goody? What's goody? It's been a while. B Marsh Boxing, I'm back at it with another boxing video. Man, these fellas went to war. Blood clot. Hey, man, I gotta give it up to Nahir Albright and Frank Martin, man. These fellas ain't holding back no punches. These fellas put on a damn show, and it was quite entertaining, man. Man, Frank Martin, man, he's coming off a beautiful fight of the year, KO of the year type knockout when he knocked out what's his name, Rancis Bartholomew, the Cuban, former 130 and 135-pound champ. Now, Frank Martin fighting Nahir Albright, man. Nahir Albright just came from two wars back to back with the Keyshawn Davis and them brothers, right? He fought Keyshawn Davis. I think that fight got called a no decision because Keyshawn Davis popped dirty for weed. He had weed in his system. And then the next fight, he fought Keyshawn Davis' tall brother. You know what I'm saying? And he beat his ass. He beat Keyshawn Davis' brother's ass. And then in the back room, in the locker room, these fellas jumped Nahir Albright. Could you believe that shit? I lost my respect for Keyshawn that day. But here we go. Let's talk about this fight. These fellas went to war, man. Nahir Albright got his eye busted, his left eye from them. The man is a southpaw, Frank Martin. You know what I mean? And the man Nahir Albright got cut with on the left eye. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, his right eye. But that didn't deter him. Rounds one, I gave it to Frank Martin. Frank Martin is a guy. Frank Martin is a type of guy, man. He's like he looks the part. He looks the part. But hey, man, when the pressure comes, when there's pressure, and when the pressure is around him, and the fellas step on the gas, and then he starts to try to look the part. He can dance, move the footwork. He got the jab moving side to side, head movement and all that. But I don't believe in his gas tank. He don't got a good stamina to withstand all that, looking the part thing he does. You know what I mean? So round one, I gave to Frank Martin. Rounds 2 and 3, I gave to Nahir Albright. Nahir Albright got cut, though. Then the man Frank Martin started putting his punches together. Beautiful combination punching. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, he looks the part. You know what I'm saying? Hit the thumbs up when you come in this room. If you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe. Hey, the man Nahir Albright was getting pieced up. Like I said, Frank Martin putting his combinations together, throwing the jab to the stomach, sidestepping, throwing the right hooks, straight left hands, double jab. He looks the part, you know what I'm saying? But can he withstand and do this boxing thing and fight him going backwards? Can he do that for 10 rounds? Can he do it for 12? Time will tell. I'm not convinced yet because I saw him trying to tell y'all, man, he was beating Tank Davis when he was fought Tank Davis. But could he do that whole style, the whole fight? That's what he was doing tonight. So it's a back and forth fight. You know what I'm saying? Round 4, I gave to Frank Martin. 5 and 6, I gave to Frank Martin as well. He's piecing this guy up. Nahir Albright, he's got the high guard up, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to block himself, trying to come through and walk the man down. But the man Frank Martin is finding gaps. He's splitting the guard. He's going in and around the high guard, you know what I'm saying? Going to the body. 5 and 6, I give to Frank Martin. Round 7, I gave it to the man. 7 and 8, I gave it to Nahir Albright, you know what I mean? You check it, this is the way this fight is going. It's back and forth, back and forth. Nobody's seizing momentum, you know what I'm saying? Nobody is taking control of the fight. Frank Martin is throwing some big punches, but so is the man Nahir Albright, you know what I mean? Frank Martin is throwing the combinations, but another thing about Frank Martin, man, his defense is super leaky, man. It's super leaky, man. He don't be putting up his high guard or that right hand up, like holding it like a telephone, or tucking his chin in as if you have an apple under you're holding an apple under your chin. He don't do that. He don't do that. He walks up out of there with his chin up in the sky, and then he might have a hand up to protect. Let's say he's ducking going to the right. He might have his left hand up to protect his chin, but he got his whole right side of his face exposed, and those are the punches, the big punches that are taking a toll that the man Nahir Albright is landing, you know what I mean? But round 9 looked like the man Frank Martin about to get him up out of there. Yo, put his punches together. He's piecing him up, man. This dude is leaking profusely from that right eye. You know what I'm saying? That's a round I give to the man Frank Martin. But round 10, when you think Frank Martin's going to capitalize off of what he did in round 9, he gets clipped because he don't got no defense, man. He don't got no defense, just like his mentor, Errol Spence. You know, they be having their chin up all in the sky and shit, and that's how these fellas is getting clipped. You know what I mean? And he got caught with a mean left hook, man. The man started to do the stanky leg, y'all. Slim started to do a funny dance like he had to go on a Saturday night at the Black Hole. The man started to dance. And I was like, oh my gosh. And now here Albright took whole advantage of hurting this guy, started piecing him up, beating his ass from pillar to post, and he wins round 10. If the man on my card, if the man Frank Martin won round 10, he would have won the fight on my card. You know what I mean? But he didn't. He got clipped, man, and the man now here got the draw on my card, and that's exactly what the judges saw. And I'm glad the judges got it right for once, you know what I mean? You know, for once they got it right, but it was a damn good fight, you know what I'm saying? Damn good fight. Gotta give it up to Nahir Albright, you know? He's been a guy who's been brought in as an opponent 3 straight times. And 3 straight times, he's coming out with another payday's coming back, you know what I mean? For the next fight, on his 4th fight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Definitely damn good fight. Big ups to the man Nahir Albright, you know, because Frank Martin had control of this fight after that 9th round, man. You know, but the opposite happened. He got his ass beat in round 10. You know what I'm saying? The man's defense, man. And like I said, he looks the part as far as he got the skills to pay the bills. And this is a guy who started boxing late. That's why I be paying close attention to Frank Martin. What's he going to do when the pressure and now his back's against the wall and he got to do what he got to do to, you know, a war of attrition? What's he going to do? As a guy, like I said, who started boxing basically at an 18, 19, 20-year-old grown man, you know what I mean? I know he wasn't boxing from a kid. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he got the movements, a southpaw, you know, it's the in and outs, but fighting off the back foot, fighting, engaging his distance well in the rounds he was winning, especially earlier midway through in the fight, rounds 4, 5, and 6. But then again, he holds himself back because he got to get his stamina. He got to work on some things. I think he got the boxing intellect and he has the skills to pay the bills. I think the man needs to work on his stamina. He got to perfect trying to fight off the back foot. And first and foremost, before anything, especially with trying to, you know, get better stamina. He might smoke weed in the off season. I don't know. I know Keyshawn Davis do. But the man got to get his defense tighter, man. He got to tighten up his defense, man. He might have to get with a defensive coach or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, B-Marsh Boxing, man. I'm about to watch the hometown guy, Gary Antoine Russell. He's coming into the ring. B-Marsh Boxing, he about to fight this black Japanese dude. We going to see what's really good with the man, Gary Antoine Russell. I'll keep it tall with y'all. Nah, just stay tuned. I was going to say something about Gary Antoine Russell. But stay tuned when I come through on the post-fight review of his fight that I'm about to cover. Got a few things I want to talk about the man Gary Antoine Russell. B-Marsh Boxing, I'm gone.